Angel, we're still talking about this shit. We're still talking about it. Logan Paul versus Conor McGregor. Except Angel, it's no longer Logan Paul. I'm not sure if he saw this. This came out this morning. Flew under the radar. Logan Paul said earlier this week that he's not interested. He said he's full-time in the WWE. So maybe they won't even allow him to do it. I don't know. I don't really give a shit about this fight. I just feel like we have to throw it in there because it is news. Apparently, KSI now willing to step up and face Conor. Judging about the look on your face, I'm taking that you have no interest in a potential Conor McGregor versus KSI fight. Same as Conor McGregor versus Logan Paul or Jake Paul.
I mean, I'll watch it. You know, like I'm gonna check it out. I mean, it'll be a big event because of the names involved. But no, brother, no. I was listening. I was locked in to get because I was like, okay, I've heard of this, but like, wait, what? Okay, that was kind of my whole the way I looked. I was excited for it.
Yeah. I mean, here's my thoughts, dude. I don't really think that. I don't think any of this shit will actually end up happening. I think money to do a boxing match that nobody wants to see. I think the Pauls is obviously his first choice, but Jake said he won't fight him if it's not a professional fight, and Logan might genuinely not be allowed by the WWE. So at that point, you're going third in the line, dude. Who's the next biggest influencer guy? It's KSI. So. Where's Greg Paul at? You know what I'm saying? Why can't we get the third Paul in there, my boy? Oh man.
Holy fuck, that's a name I haven't heard in forever. Greg Paul. Like,
where's Greg at, man? Where's Greg? You know? Oh,
where's Jimmy Smith in all of this, man?
Oh man. Oh god, Dennis Siva's available. You know, fucking yeah. Let's see where.
By the way, where is Jimmy Smith these days? What happened? He kind of just disappeared from Bellator.
He returned to Bellator for their deal with HBO Max, and they're no longer with HBO. And I think Bellator is dead now. I think Bellator is officially dead. That PFL show, they're promoting it. Here's the funniest shit, dude. I hate to bring it back to the PFL. I really do. But the PFL, they're promoting that Bellator Road to Dublin show as Bellator Road to Dublin, and then the year switched over, and they're calling it PFL Road to Dublin. Not Road to Dublin, Road to Dubai or whatever. And it's like, dude, what the fuck are you guys doing? Like, oh my god.
I hope that Jimmy card, Smith by the way, gets like the big call up at some point.
I hope so. I hope he actually works that show. Well, speaking of one last thing for the PFL, they announced that Vadim Nemkov versus Corey Anderson 3 was going to happen in that co-main event. Did you see this?
No.
So here's what happened. It was going to be Ante Delija versus Vadim Nemkov. Ante Delija pulled out. So then they signed Corey Anderson versus Vadim Nemkov. And then I don't know what happened, but Vadim Nemkov allegedly said he wouldn't fight Corey Anderson. So then they put in Tim Johnson instead. So now that's where we're at.
You know something? I did fucking see this. I can't believe that they gave that fight to Tim Johnson.
I couldn't believe that shit either.
That's a pride shit, dude. It doesn't even make sense, right?
No. Do you think this is going to lead to Nemkov versus Ngannou? That's my guess. It seems like they want to give him a layup, a tune-up, because it's like, think about it. Who else could they reasonably fight that's like a heavyweight that's a decently known name? Nemkov's not even a big name, but like he's kind of known.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're right. It's always been a possibility, right, since the moment these promotions merge.
Yeah.
Dude, you know what's crazy? A few years, if this would have been like a few years back, dude, we could have had Fate over versus Ngannou.
I know. Thank God we didn't. Thank God we didn't, dude. Oh my God.
Could you imagine if Fedor's last fight in the Red Square was fucking Ngannou and not was it Ryan Bader?
It was Ryan Bader. The easiest fight in the division, Ryan Bader.
Dude.
Beat him. Dude, I remember, dude.
Could you fucking imagine, dude? It's the Red Square, right?
Yeah, the Red Square in Moscow.
It could have the Red Square with fucking Francis, dude. The fucking thought. All I'm saying is they should have brought out Bigfoot in retirement, dude, and gave him that one. But I guess he wasn't ever retired, really, but Bigfoot versus...
Yeah, well, actually, he retired, and then he unretired the next week, and then he retired again a month later, and then he came back out, and then he fought BKC.
No, dude. Bigfoot versus Fedor could have actually been a half-decent fight. I'll argue that to the end of time.
I would have much rather seen Fedor fight fucking anybody than Ryan Bader, not gonna lie. In hindsight, right? Like, at the time, I was into it, and then like he got the same shit happen.
I had hope, dude. I had tried to give myself some hope too. Hey man, but you saw that shit he did to Tim Johnson though. Called that shit.
Hey dude, That was the coolest knockout of all time. I still love that. I'm gonna rewatch it as soon as we get off the call, man. That's how good that shit was. But
dude, it looked like Prime Fedor.
yeah, he returned for one night, right? Yeah, it's my goat right there. Anyways, anything else we'll talk about before we go and close out of here, man?
No, man, I had so much fun this week talking to you. I'm really excited to come back next week, be in person. Hopefully the weather allows it. The elements have not been in our favor out here in the Midwest, as you guys have heard.
Exactly.
Kind of unfortunate we did the 300 episode online. Yeah, sorry guys, this is the 300 episode. Happy birthday.
I know. Next week I'm gonna put out the call for some fan questions, and we're gonna treat it essentially like 300 part 2. That's my plan. Because this week it was just unfortunate. It fell in a week where the blizzard, and then it's a car that honestly nobody cares about, but nobody really cares about, and just not a lot's really happened. So it's unfortunate. But I'll put the call out for some fan questions, and we'll have a pay-per-view, so that'll be a lot more fun. So maybe even do that GFL draft next week, because it would give. But we got to wait for them to release their whole roster too. So
yeah, exactly. And we have to see who they draft, because we can't draft without having the guys actually fighting. So that way, by the end of the GFL season or whatever the fuck it's called, tournament, we can add up our own scores and see if our own teams would have won too.
Exactly. So we got to wait and see how the format goes. But look, man, had fun doing the pod this week. First time doing it over Skype with some video. Hopefully the video quality isn't that bad. I'll see you in editing and post, but all that,
It's probably gonna be rough. Let's be honest. It's gonna be rough.
I'll throw some shit in there. It'll look good. Anyways, I'm at Josh Soundoff on Twitter. My friend at Angel Ortega _01. At Courtside Sound for all things related to the show. I'm thinking of doing, like last year I did in like mid-January, I did a 2023 recap, or like plans for 2024. I think I'm gonna do that again this next week.
By the way, I love that video, just so you know.
Yeah. I'm gonna run through it all. I'm gonna run through all the stats, and this is just kind of my way to close out and say thank you guys for 2024. It's our first episode of 2025. Thank you so much for sticking along for the ride. Huge year, biggest year of the pod last year. This is going to be the first full year this year of doing the show, filming it all, being in person, so on and so forth. So thank you for sticking along for the journey, and I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. Follow our sponsors down below, BetMGM, link down below. Hope you guys enjoyed. That's all for me. Peace.